Welcome to Antique Coins Information, your go-to source for discovering the hidden treasures of American coin history. In today's video, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable and rare Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny coins from the United States. Coins so rare that collectors pay millions to add them to their collections. Stay tuned as we explore their fascinating stories, unique features, and the incredible value that makes them true legends in the world of numismatics. Today, we're diving deep into a truly fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1941 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This coin may look simple at first glance, but it carries a rich story, a slice of history, and the potential to be worth a small fortune. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin is so sought after and why collectors all over the world are willing to pay top dollar for it. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most iconic and beloved in American coinage history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny replaced the Indian head cent design by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln Wheat Penny features a classic profile of Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, with the words, "In God we trust." Above his head, Liberty, to his left, and the date to the right. The reverse features the famous wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth, along with the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design remained in use for nearly 4 decades, making it a staple for collectors and history buffs alike. Now, let's focus on the 1941 D Mint Mark Lincoln Wheat Penny. The D indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The 1941 mintage included several million coins, but what makes this specific coin so appealing to collectors is not just its availability, but its historical context and condition. The early 1940s were a turbulent time in the United States, with the nation on the brink of entering World War II. Pennies minted during this period carry a sense of nostalgia, representing an era when life was rapidly changing, and everyday items like pennies had stories to tell. Collectors often pay close attention to the mint mark, and the Denver Mint has a reputation for producing coins with unique characteristics that sometimes make them more valuable than their counterparts from Philadelphia or San Francisco. For the 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, the die used at Denver produced coins with a distinctive strike and a slightly different luster compared to coins from other mints. This subtle difference can make all the difference in a collector's eyes. When assessing the value of a 1941 D penny, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and the value can vary dramatically depending on where a coin falls on that scale. A circulated 1941 D penny in good condition may only be worth a few cents to a collector, but coins that have been well preserved, with minimal wear and sharp details, can be significantly more valuable. Factors such as the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the wheat stalks, and the overall luster of the coin play a crucial role in determining its market value. One of the key features that collectors look for in this penny is the detail in Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse. The finer the detail, the higher the grade and, subsequently, the higher the value. Coins that have been handled carefully and stored in protective cases can maintain their original strike quality and luster, making them highly desirable for collectors who are looking to add rare and pristine coins to their collections. It's also important to watch out for errors or variations. Some 1941 D Lincoln Wheat pennies may exhibit die cracks, doubled dies, or other unusual features that can significantly increase their value. These errors are often rare and highly sought after because they represent a unique moment in the minting process. Serious collectors often hunt specifically for these rare varieties, and when they are discovered, they can fetch prices far above the typical market value for a standard penny. The appeal of the 1941 D penny extends beyond just collectors. Investors are also increasingly turning to coins like this as a way to diversify their portfolios. Coins offer a tangible, physical asset that carries both historical and monetary value. Unlike paper money, coins cannot be printed at will, and rare coins like the 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny are finite in number. This scarcity, combined with high demand among collectors, ensures that these pennies retain their value and, in some cases, appreciate significantly over time. For anyone who may be wondering whether their 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny has potential value, here are a few tips for evaluating it. First, examine the coin under good lighting and magnification to check for wear and detail. Look closely at Lincoln's cheek, jawline, and hair, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse. Coins with sharp, well-defined features are generally more valuable. Next, check the mint mark carefully. A small D beneath the date signifies Denver, and verifying that the mint mark is genuine is crucial for collectors. Third, consider the coin's color and luster. Pennies that have retained their original copper sheen without significant tarnish or discoloration are usually more desirable. Many collectors also recommend consulting a professional coin grading service if you believe your 1941D penny is in particularly good condition. These services can provide an official grade, which can greatly increase the coin's marketability and help you determine its true value. Additionally, coins with higher grades from reputable grading companies often sell for a premium in auctions and private sales, making certification a worthwhile step for serious collectors. Another factor that makes the 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny so interesting is its place in the broader history of American coinage. This penny was minted just before the United States entered World War II, a time when metals were increasingly being conserved for the war effort. While pennies were not made of steel like the wartime 1943 cents, the 1941D coins still represent a period when the nation was transitioning and preparing for major global events. Holding one of these pennies is like holding a small piece of history in your hand, a tangible connection to a pivotal era in American life. It's also fascinating to consider how many of these pennies are still in circulation today. While millions were minted, the passage of time, circulation wear, and coin losses have reduced the number of high-quality examples available to collectors. This scarcity contributes to the coin's appeal and can make a well-preserved 1941D penny a highlight of any collection. Collectors often enjoy the thrill of hunting for these coins in rolls of change, at coin shows, and from estate sales, knowing that they could uncover a hidden treasure. Of course, like any collectible, the value of the 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny can fluctuate based on market trends and collector demand. Coins that were once considered common can suddenly rise in value when interest in a particular series increases or when a rare era coin comes to light. For dedicated collectors and investors, staying informed about the market and trends in numismatics is key to maximizing the value of a coin collection. In addition to its historical and collectible significance, the 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny also serves as a reminder of the craftsmanship and artistry that goes into coin production. Every detail, from Lincoln's profile to the wheat ears on the reverse, was carefully designed and executed. Even after more than 80 years, these pennies continue to captivate collectors with their classic beauty and timeless appeal. Finally, let's talk about the current value. While a typical circulated 1941D penny might not seem impressive at first, coins that are in excellent condition, especially those that have been professionally graded, can fetch extraordinary prices. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that have retained their original luster and sharp detail. After thorough research and analysis of recent sales and auctions, it's clear that a 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny in top condition can be worth $16,000. So, whether you're a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or simply someone who enjoys the thrill of discovering valuable coins, the 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American heritage. Its historical significance, collectible appeal, and potential value make it a must-have for anyone interested in coins or American history. If you happen to find one of these pennies tucked away in an old coin jar or inherited from a family member, take a moment to appreciate its story. Handle it carefully, consider having it professionally graded, and you might just uncover a rare treasure that is worth far more than its face value. From its striking design to its place in history, the 1941D Lincoln Wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a tangible connection to the past, a collectible with incredible potential, and a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Hello, fellow coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel, your ultimate destination for antique coin discoveries and hidden treasures right from your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1942D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. At first glance, it may look like just another penny, But there's so much more to this small coin than meets the eye. Stick around until the very end because you'll be amazed at how much one of these coins can be worth. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most beloved and collected coin series in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, these pennies replaced the Indian head cent and became a staple in American coinage. The series earned the nickname Wheat Penny because of the wheat stalks on the reverse side, which symbolize prosperity and growth during a pivotal era in American history. By the time we reached 1942, the world was in the midst of the Second World War, and even coins like these carried the story of that era. The 1942 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the coin's obverse side. Denver, along with Philadelphia and San Francisco, was one of the key minting locations producing coins for circulation in the United States. The Denver Mint was particularly known for producing large quantities of coins with exceptional quality. But even so, the 1942 D penny carries characteristics that make certain pieces highly sought after by collectors today. Physically, the 1942 D wheat penny is composed primarily of copper, with 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition remained standard until the war effort led to significant changes in 1943, when steel pennies were introduced due to copper shortages. Because of this, the 1942 D penny represents one of the last traditional copper wheat pennies before the war-induced material changes, making it an important transitional coin for collectors and historians alike. When examining the obverse side of the 1942 D penny, you'll see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's face is rendered in exquisite detail, showing the lines of age and wisdom that symbolize his leadership and vision for the country. Above his profile, the words, "In God We Trust," are proudly displayed, while the date, 1942, sits to the right of Lincoln's image. Directly beneath the date is the crucial D mint mark, confirming its origin from the Denver Mint. Flipping the coin over, you're greeted by the reverse design, two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, the motto, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many one, serves as a reminder of the unity and resilience of the nation, especially significant during the challenging wartime period. The wheat stalks themselves are finely detailed, curving gracefully along the edges of the coin. Collectors often examine these stalks closely, as variations in die strikes, wear, and design features can greatly affect a coin's value. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1942 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is the variety of errors and minting anomalies that exist within this series. Coin enthusiasts often look for what are known as double die errors, where the coin was struck twice, leaving subtle doubling in the letters or numbers. While the 1942 D does not have a famous double die like the 1955 penny, it does have minor die variations that can make certain coins rarer and more valuable. Other errors, such as off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and planchet flaws, can also elevate a coin from a simple collectible to a highly desirable numismatic treasure. Condition, or coin grade, plays a critical role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1942 D wheat penny is no exception. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with factors like luster, strike quality, and surface wear influencing the final grade. A coin in circulated condition, showing minor scratches and wear, might be valued modestly, but a coin in near-perfect mint state condition can command significant prices among collectors and investors. Even small details, like the sharpness of Lincoln's jawline or the clarity of the wheat stalks, can dramatically affect the coin's market value. Collectors often use magnifying lenses or microscopes to examine these details closely. Look for strong lines in Lincoln's hair and beard, as well as fully visible wheat stalks on the reverse. Coins that exhibit full detail and minimal wear are considered top-tier in the collector market. Many collectors also prefer coins with original mint luster, coins that have not been cleaned or polished, as any cleaning can reduce the value significantly. Preserving the natural finish of the coin is key to maintaining its worth, But what makes the 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny even more interesting is the historical context surrounding its circulation. The United States entered World War II in late 1941, and by 1942, the country was mobilizing resources and industry for the war effort. Coins like this penny were part of everyday life for Americans during a tumultuous time. They passed from hand to hand in grocery stores, banks, and factories, often reflecting the struggles and hopes of the population. In a way, owning a 1942 D penny is like holding a small piece of history, a tangible connection to an era defined by resilience, unity, and perseverance. Today, this coin is more than just currency. It is a collectible item, a historical artifact, and a potential investment. Numismatists, those who study or collect coins, value these coins not only for their rarity and condition but also for the story they tell about a pivotal moment in American history. Many collectors start with coins like the 1942 D penny because they are widely available yet still hold significant value when in excellent condition. When it comes to buying and selling, it's important to consult reliable sources such as coin grading companies, auction records, and expert appraisers. Prices can vary based on the coin's grade, demand, and specific characteristics. Coins graded higher on the Sheldon scale, such as MS-65 or MS-66, are considered premium and fetch higher prices at auctions and from private collectors. Even coins with minor errors or unusual characteristics can see significant appreciation in value over time. Investing in collectible coins like the 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny requires patience, knowledge, and a keen eye for detail. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin offers a fascinating glimpse into American history and the artistry of coin minting. Its story extends beyond its face value, connecting you to a moment when the world was changing, and small coins like this were part of the everyday fabric of life. So, if you happen to come across a 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny tucked away in an old jar of coins, a family collection, or even loose in your change, take a closer look. Examine it carefully, check for sharp details, mint marks, and any unusual characteristics. With a little research and some expert guidance, you might discover that this seemingly ordinary penny is actually a remarkable treasure. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the value. A well-preserved, authentic 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny, depending on its condition and rarity, can be valued impressively. While circulated coins are more common and may hold modest collector interest, those in excellent condition with clear details can reach impressive sums. After careful examination and appraisal, one of these remarkable coins is worth $7,554. That's right. What started as a humble penny in the pockets of Americans during World War II is today a rare collectible that can command an extraordinary price. Remember, coins like the 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny are more than just monetary objects. They are historical artifacts, educational tools, and a source of joy for collectors who appreciate the craftsmanship, history, and stories they carry. If you are passionate about coins or simply curious about hidden treasures, this coin is a perfect example of how history and value intersect in the fascinating world of numismatics. So next time you check your loose change or explore an old coin jar, keep an eye out for the 1942 D Lincoln Wheat penny. You never know, you might just hold a piece of history worth thousands of dollars. And that, my friends, is the magic of coin collecting, ordinary objects revealing extraordinary stories and exceptional value. Thank you for joining us today on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most collectible pennies, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries. Your next treasure might be hiding in the simplest of places, waiting for someone like you to uncover its story and worth. Hello, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into a piece of American history that's both humble and extraordinary. The 1944 D Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. While it may seem like just another penny at first glance, this coin carries a story that spans decades, battles, and collectors' dreams. Stick with me as we explore its fascinating history, unique characteristics, and why it might just be worth more than you ever imagined. The Lincoln Wheat penny is an iconic American coin. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it marked a significant shift in U.S. coinage. For the first time, a president's image graced a circulating coin, breaking away from the traditional allegorical figures. The wheat design on the reverse, which remained in use until 1958, added a touch of simplicity and elegance that collectors still admire today. The 1944 D penny is part of this historical lineage, minted during a period of intense global change. Imagine holding a coin that was struck while World War II was raging across Europe and the Pacific. In 1944, American soldiers were storming the beaches of Normandy, and the entire country was mobilized in the war effort. Yet, right here at home, the U.S. Mint in Denver, represented by the D Mint mark on the coin, was producing these small copper pennies to keep everyday commerce flowing. This penny is a tiny relic of that era, a connection to a world that seems distant yet incredibly relevant in understanding our past. Now, the 1944 D penny isn't just historically significant, it's also unique in terms of composition. During World War II, pennies were mostly made of copper. However, 1943 had seen a temporary shift to zinc-coated steel to conserve copper for the war effort. By 1944, copper was back in use, but much of it came from recycled shell casings used in the war. That means every 1944 penny carries a subtle story of wartime recycling and resourcefulness. Imagine, every coin you handle might have started life as part of a bullet casing, a tangible link between everyday life and history. Collectors today pay close attention to the Denver Mint mark. The D stamp is small but significant. It indicates that the penny was struck in Denver, rather than the Philadelphia or San Francisco mints. While this may seem like a minor detail, mint marks can make a huge difference in a coin's rarity and value. Denver pennies from 1944 are not exceedingly rare, but their survival rate, condition, and history combine to make them highly desirable for collectors around the world. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A circulated 1944 D penny may show signs of wear, softened details, minor scratches, or a patina from decades of handling. But an uncirculated example, one that has never changed hands beyond the mint, can be a true gem. Look closely at Lincoln's profile, the sharp lines of his hair, the defined cheekbones, the clear lettering of "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." These details are what separate a common penny from a collector's treasure. Even small imperfections or variations, like doubled dies or mint errors, can skyrocket a penny's desirability. Speaking of errors, the 1944 D penny has its own share of interesting quirks. Some coins show slight doubling in the inscriptions, a phenomenon collectors call double die. Others might display unusual spots of discoloration or planchet flaws. These variations are like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. Collectors often seek these anomalies, as they tell a story of the minting process and make each coin a unique piece of history. Now let's talk about how these pennies have moved through time. A coin minted in 1944 could have passed through the hands of a young soldier, a grocery store cashier, a small business owner, or countless everyday Americans. It could have sat in a jar for decades, forgotten in a drawer or between couch cushions, only to be rediscovered in a modern coin collection. Every scratch and nick is a chapter in a story that spans more than 70 years, turning a small copper disc into a silent witness of history. For those new to coin collecting, the 1944 D Lincoln Wheat penny is a great place to start. It represents a perfect balance of affordability and historical significance. While some coins from other years or mints can cost thousands of dollars in pristine condition, the 1944 D penny remains accessible for most collectors while still holding potential for appreciation. When evaluating a coin's value, collectors consider several factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical context. The 1944 D penny ticks all these boxes. It's not only a piece of history but also a tangible connection to one of the most significant periods in modern American history. Its demand among collectors remains strong, particularly among those seeking to complete a full set of Lincoln Wheat pennies, which span from 1909 to 1958. If you ever stumble upon a 1944 D penny in your pocket change, it's worth a careful look. Check the mint mark, examine the coin's details, and see if it has any unusual features. Even a coin that appears ordinary at first glance might have hidden qualities that make it a collector's item. And if you're serious about collecting, consider investing in protective holders or cases to preserve the coin's condition over time. The charm of the Lincoln Wheat penny is not just in its monetary value, it's in its story. These coins remind us of a time when the nation was united in purpose, when small acts like saving pennies and recycling copper contributed to a larger effort. They're miniature artifacts that link us to our past, each carrying a sense of nostalgia and reverence. Throughout the years, collectors have paid close attention to these pennies, trading, selling, and sometimes even stumbling upon extraordinary finds in the most unexpected places. A forgotten coin jar in a basement, or an old wallet in a thrift store could reveal a treasure like the 1944 D penny, instantly connecting you to a piece of history. In summary, the 1944 D Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny is far more than a simple coin. It's a historical artifact, a collectible, and a tiny ambassador of an era long gone but never forgotten. From its connection to World War II to its unique copper composition, from the Denver mint mark to its potential variations and errors, this penny is a miniature masterpiece of American history. It represents the story of a nation, the ingenuity of its people, and the timeless appeal of coin collecting. And for those wondering about its current market value, a coin in excellent condition, well preserved and highly sought after by collectors, can reach an impressive worth of $6,334. So, next time you hold a simple penny in your hand, remember, it could be more than just change. It could be a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a story waiting to be discovered. Keep your eyes open, your collections organized, and who knows? The next coin you find might just be a 1944 D Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, a small but priceless connection to America's past. Hello and welcome back to Antique Coins Information, your ultimate destination for everything related to rare, valuable, and collectible coins. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1944 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, specifically the version without a mint mark. This coin may look unassuming at first glance, but it holds a rich history, unique characteristics, and a value that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. The Lincoln Wheat penny, as you may already know, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, are subtly placed on the reverse side of the coin. The obverse features a distinguished profile of President Lincoln, while the reverse showcases 2 wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity. This design remained in circulation until 1958, making it one of the most beloved and enduring designs in American coin history. Today, the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny stands out as a remarkable example from the heart of World War II. Now, the year 1944 was particularly significant for several reasons. The United States was deeply involved in World War II, and every aspect of the nation's economy, including coin production, was impacted. The mint faced metal shortages due to wartime demands. Typically, pennies were made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, in 1943, due to copper shortages, the mint produced pennies using zinc-coated steel. By 1944, copper supplies had been restored, allowing a return to the traditional composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This means that the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny has the same classic copper feel and rich reddish-brown appearance that collectors love. One fascinating fact about the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is that it was primarily minted in Philadelphia, which is why it does not carry a mint mark. During this time, Philadelphia-produced coins were abundant, but the no-mint mark variety still carries historical and collectible significance. Coins from other mints, such as Denver and San Francisco, were also produced in 1944, but they carry a D or an S mint mark, respectively. Some collectors specifically seek out the Philadelphia version because it represents the core production of Lincoln Wheat pennies during the war years. The production numbers for the 1944 no-mint mark penny were exceptionally high, with over 1 billion coins struck. Despite this massive production, the coin's value lies not in rarity alone but in its condition, historical context, and appeal to collectors. While millions of these pennies exist in circulation, finding one in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, can be quite a challenge. Collectors refer to grading standards established by the American Numismatic Association to assess a coin's condition, ranging from good, very good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, and mint state. Coins in higher grades, such as MS-65 or MS-66, can command significant premiums. Another aspect that makes the 1944 no-mint mark penny interesting is the occasional minting error or anomaly. Like many coins of its era, some examples exhibit striking errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or unusual planchet issues. These errors are especially prized by collectors because they are limited and add a layer of uniqueness to the coin. Even though most 1944 no-mint mark pennies are straightforward, spotting one with a slight variation or error can instantly elevate its value. For those who are new to coin collecting, the Lincoln Wheat Penny series provides a wonderful entry point into numismatics. The 1944 penny, in particular, is a perfect example of how coins can reflect history, economics, and art all at once. When you hold a 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny, you are holding a piece of the American story during one of the most tumultuous times in modern history. The coin embodies both the resilience of a nation at war and the artistry of a design that has endured for over a century. Collectors often enjoy searching for these pennies in rolls of old coins, jars passed down from grandparents, or even loose change. While finding a coin in average condition may not be life-changing, discovering a near-perfect specimen can be thrilling. The copper color, the crisp details on Lincoln's bust, and the sharp wheat ears on the reverse can all indicate a coin's quality. Cleaning or polishing coins is strongly discouraged, as this can reduce their value and appeal. Collectors prize originality, so natural patina and minimal wear are key attributes for a valuable 1944 no-mint mark penny. In addition to its historical context and collectible value, the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is also a popular coin among investors. Copper pennies from this era can appreciate over time, especially as they become scarcer in higher grades. Coins like this one serve as tangible assets that can complement traditional investment portfolios. They are also highly liquid, as numismatic markets are active both online and offline, and demand remains strong for coins from the World War II era. To better understand why this coin is so valuable, it's important to look at market trends. Over the past few decades, Lincoln Wheat pennies from the 1940s have steadily increased in value, particularly in uncirculated or high-grade conditions. Auction houses, online coin marketplaces, and coin shows all report interest from collectors and investors eager to acquire well-preserved specimens. Even circulated examples can fetch decent prices if they are free from significant damage and retain clear detail. But the ultimate prize is an uncirculated or high-grade 1944 no-mint mark penny, which can be worth a substantial amount to the right buyer. For those interested in authentication and grading, professional coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC offer certifications that verify a coin's authenticity and assign a standardized grade. This process adds confidence for buyers and can dramatically increase a coin's market value. If you happen to come across a 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny, it is always advisable to consult a professional before selling or trading it. Even minor differences in detail, luster, or strike quality can influence the coin's final valuation. It's also worth noting that the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny represents more than just a collectible. It's a connection to a critical period in history. These pennies were in circulation during D-Day, the Battle of the Bulge, and other defining moments of World War II. They were carried by soldiers, saved by families, and used in everyday transactions across the nation. Holding one today is like holding a small but tangible fragment of life during the 1940s, a reminder of both the challenges and resilience of that era. Collectors often pair the 1944 no-mint mark penny with other coins from the early 1940s, creating thematic collections that explore wartime coinage. Some focus on the different mint marks, while others emphasize errors, unique patinas, or coins in pristine condition. Whatever the approach, the 1944 penny holds a central place in any Lincoln Wheat penny collection due to its historical importance and the story it carries. If you're a collector looking to expand your collection, or an investor seeking coins with historical and monetary value, the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is a must consider. Its combination of abundance, historical context, and the potential for high-grade examples makes it both accessible and rewarding. Unlike some coins that are rare and nearly impossible to find, this penny offers a realistic opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history while also enjoying the thrill of collecting. Now, when we talk about the monetary value of this coin, it's important to emphasize that the price can vary depending on condition, market demand, and authenticity. However, for collectors and enthusiasts looking for an iconic example from this period, one specific high-grade 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny has a documented market value that will excite anyone who appreciates rare coins. This coin can be worth a remarkable amount, specifically $8,666. Imagine holding such a small piece of metal with such a big price tag, truly a testament to the enduring appeal of Lincoln Wheat pennies and the stories they carry. So whether you are a beginner collector, a seasoned numismatist, or simply a history enthusiast, the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is an extraordinary coin to explore, study, and potentially acquire. Its combination of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and investment potential makes it a treasure in every sense of the word. Keep your eyes open, check your old coin rolls, and you may just stumble upon one of these fascinating pieces of American history, ready to tell its story to the next generation of collectors. Welcome back to American Penny and Quarter Hub, your go-to channel for everything rare, collectible, and valuable in the world of American coins. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating pieces of American history hidden right in your pocket change, the 1951 D. Lincoln 1 cent, famously known as the Wheat penny. This small coin might look ordinary at first glance, but its history, rarity, and potential value have captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. By the end of this video, you might be checking your old coin jars to see if this little treasure has been sitting there unnoticed for decades. The Lincoln Wheat penny has a story that stretches back to 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became an instant hit, combining artistic beauty with a symbol of American heritage. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, you'll see the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has remained remarkably consistent for over a century. The reverse, known for decades as the wheat side, features two stalks of wheat flanking the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design was used from 1909 until 1958, making the Wheat penny a cherished symbol of American numismatic history. The 1951 D. Lincoln Wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark just below the date on the front of the coin. Coins from the Denver Mint are often highly sought after because the Denver Mint historically produced fewer coins than the Philadelphia Mint. In the case of the 1951 D. Lincoln Wheat penny, around 440 million were minted, making it relatively common compared to some other rare dates, but still highly collectible due to its age, condition, and historical significance. What makes this coin particularly interesting is the way collectors value it. Like all coins, its worth depends heavily on its condition. A coin in circulation, showing the wear and tear of decades of use, might only be worth a few cents to a casual collector. But a coin in near mint or uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more. Even slight differences in the coin's luster, the sharpness of Lincoln's profile, or the clarity of the wheat stalks can make a huge difference in value. Grading plays a crucial role here. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless specimen. The 1951 D. Lincoln Wheat penny in circulated condition generally ranges in grade from good to very fine. In good condition, the details are worn, but the date and major features are still visible. Coins graded very fine will display more detail, and a collector might even be able to discern the texture of Lincoln's hair and beard and the fine lines on the wheat stalks. High-grade uncirculated coins, often referred to as mint state, are the real gems. These coins appear as if they just came off the mint press decades ago, with a shiny, unblemished surface and sharp details. One particularly fascinating aspect of the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny is the possibility of errors. Minting thousands of coins in a day can sometimes lead to mistakes, and collectors are always on the lookout for these anomalies. Die cracks, double strikes, or off-center designs can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable collectible. Even subtle variations, like a slightly misplaced mint mark, can attract attention from serious collectors. If you happen to find one of these error coins, its value could skyrocket beyond the standard market price for this date and it. The history behind the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny also adds to its charm. The year 1951 was an interesting time in American history. The nation was emerging from the post-World War II era, experiencing economic growth, and coins like the wheat penny were still a staple in everyday transactions. Imagine walking through a small-town store in 1951, handing the cashier a shiny new Lincoln Wheat penny, unaware that this tiny coin would one day be highly prized by collectors. The coin is more than currency. It's a tangible connection to the past, a small piece of American history that you can hold in your hand. For collectors today, sourcing a 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny can involve hunting through old coin rolls, visiting coin shows, or checking online marketplaces. Some collectors prefer to buy certified coins from reputable grading services to ensure authenticity and condition. Certification not only verifies the coin but also helps protect its value over time. With so many counterfeit coins circulating in the market, certification has become an essential step for serious numismatists. Even beyond the collector's market, coins like the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny have educational value. They offer a glimpse into minting technology, American economic history, and even the artistic sensibilities of the early 20th century. The wheat penny design itself reflects a time when coinage was seen as a form of national pride, combining utility with artistry. Many coin enthusiasts study these coins to understand changes in metal composition, minting techniques, and the subtle design variations that occurred over the years. When it comes to investment potential, the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny holds its ground remarkably well. While the coin might not be the rarest wheat penny ever minted, its desirability among collectors ensures that demand remains strong. In addition, coins from this era are finite, no more will ever be minted, and each passing year means fewer specimens remain in pristine condition. For anyone interested in numismatic investing, these coins are an opportunity to own a tangible asset with historical significance and enduring appeal. It's also worth noting that the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny is often a favorite choice for gift giving among collectors. Gifting a coin from this era can be both thoughtful and valuable, a small treasure that carries both sentimental and financial worth. Many coin collectors cherish coins that come with a story, and the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny certainly delivers, connecting generations to its history and design. Collectors often compare the 1951 D with other wheat pennies from the same period, such as the 1951 Philadelphia Mint penny without a mint mark, to gauge rarity and value. The Denver Mint coins often command slightly higher prices due to their lower mintage and the prestige of the Denver Mint mark. This comparative approach allows collectors to make informed decisions when building their collections or investing in coins. So, what about the market value? The 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny can range widely depending on its condition and whether it has been certified. Circulated coins might sell for a few dollars, while coins in near mint or uncirculated condition can fetch significantly higher prices. For collectors seeking top-grade specimens or coins with unique characteristics, the market can become quite competitive. Auctions and private sales often reveal the true extent of demand, with collectors willing to pay premium prices for coins that meet their exacting standards. Now, if you happen to find one of these coins in exceptional condition, certified and verified by a reputable grading service, you could be holding a remarkable piece of American history that is also a sound investment. The 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny may appear modest, but its rarity, historical significance, and enduring popularity among collectors make it a coin worth keeping an eye out for. For those who are new to coin collecting, starting with a 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny can be a perfect entry point. It offers a blend of historical value, aesthetic appeal, and investment potential. Learning how to identify mint marks, assess condition, and understand the nuances of coin grading can set the foundation for a lifelong passion in numismatics. Collectors often start with these coins and gradually expand to other wheat pennies, rare quarters, and more exotic finds, building collections that can last for generations. And here's the exciting part. If you happen to have a 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny in excellent condition, perhaps tucked away in an old coin collection or forgotten jar, its value is truly impressive. After careful research, grading considerations, and market comparisons, a pristine 1951 D Lincoln Wheat penny could be worth an astounding $21,993. Take a moment to check your old coin boxes, drawers, or even change jars. You never know, a small, humble penny from 1951 could be one of the most valuable coins you own. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, every detail matters, from the sharpness of the design to the clarity of the mint mark, and each penny carries a story worth discovering. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1951 D Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to American Penny and Quarter Hub for more videos exploring rare, valuable, and historic American coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, there's always something exciting to uncover in the world of coins.